Hi everybody, welcome to West Virginia. My name is Cheryl and this is my channel, Tranquil Stitches. Today is Thursday, March 7th, 2019, and this is my FlossTube episode number 47. If you're new to my channel, welcome. So happy to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. I am back from market. I am back from my trip. I'm still on cloud 9. I'm exhausted, but I'm a happy girl, let me tell you. I've been stitching for 30 years, over 30 years probably, and market is always a big to-do around this time of year, of course. And it's always fun to look at the previews and look at the new stuff that designers have come out with, figuring out what you want to order. And it's just always a big deal. Well, to get to experience that firsthand is, to me, a bucket list thing that I can check off, because it's been a long journey for me in this hobby. And to top it off with that, it's just a phenomenal feeling. So I am extremely happy. I'm extremely humbled, and I'm extremely blessed to have been invited to go and help Rochelle at the Cottage Needle with her market adventure. I have a new respect for designers. Man, the work. That is like preparing for the Olympics, honestly. All of the designing and the prep work, and then coming and hosting all of the shops, all of the buyers. Just amazing what they do. And then also the shop owners. I don't think any of us have ever not had the fantasy of owning a shop, you know. And I actually considered it several times over the years. And what's kept me from it, I think, is I've heard from a lot of shop people who say, if you own a shop, you don't get to stitch much. That's true. That's very true. And that has kind of kept me from pursuing that myself. But seeing what is involved just with market, just for that one weekend a year, and trying to put myself in their position for the rest of the year, what they have to do, yeah, no. No. I'm leaving it to the professionals, because that is one thing that I just have the utmost admiration for the shop owners, and just seeing what they it's just amazing. I can't even put into words, y'all, how phenomenal it is to see that whole process. So, like I said, I'm tired. This girl is tired. This girl needs to lose mad weight between now and next year, because that is a lot of walking, a lot of standing, a lot of mental thought processes, a lot of just networking, a lot of meeting new people, putting faces to names. It's an experience. It was just an experience. I'm very excited and happy to have been able to participate in that. So I put out a little video that I made to kind of give you insight as to what it's like to be there. I was exhausted. I was nervous, very nervous. I was very loopy, operating on very little sleep. So I apologize for my loopiness in that video, but I hope it gave you a little idea as to what goes on at market. I saw so many people. I saw some familiar faces. I got to see Pat from Village Sampler, who is my not so local LNS in St. Albans, West Virginia. I got to see her a couple times and chat with her. I adore her. She's one of my favorite people ever. I love Pat. I also got to see Lydia and Paula from House Tyrol, which is also an LNS in Williamsburg that I've been to lots and lots of times. So those familiar faces was a joy, you know, to see them in that setting. I got to see Lorraine from Rags to Stitches. I got to see Julie Arnett's, who reached out to me and said, I'm going to be there, you know, let's hook up. So we did, and we got to spend a little time together, and that was wonderful meeting her. She's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. And it was so cool to put faces with names. On our way down, we stopped in Knoxville, which was halfway for us, around halfway. And I got to have dinner with Cindy. Cindy's cross stitch. And she is just as sweet and as personable and as smiley as she is in her videos. I can personally attest to that now. Cindy is my friend, and I'm honored to know her. She's a sweet, sweet lady. We didn't shut up from the time she hugged my neck till the time we said goodbye. It was just constant chatter, and it was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Love her. So, yeah, it was great. And I know you'll hear everybody's different perspectives on market. I've not watched any videos or seen anything yet. So I was trying to just share my experience before I watched everyone else's, you know, interpretation of their weekend. So it was just a lot of fun. On the way down, my husband and I stopped at several Goodwills and several thrift stores, and we did a lot of thrifting on the way down. I found several wonderful things that I want to share with you, but I will show you a couple things today, and then I'll spread it out a little bit. But we found some really cool stuff, so I'll start with that. I've got a lot to show you, so I'm going to probably be talking fast, so just warning you. I found a button jar. I found lots and lots of neat buttons. I haven't dumped it out and looked at them yet. I'm excited to do that. But it's an old peanut butter jar. Look at there. So I was excited to find that. And this, y'all, I found this plate. Look. Isn't that awesome? It's a cross stitch. Now that's not a sticker. That's actually in the plate. Don't know how they did it. The back says Pantry Bake In by Ware Crooksville. And then there's a Maker's Mark Crooksville. And then written on it is Tina Childress, 1997. Which, you know, I'm excited to research that a little bit and see what that's all about. But there's lots of crazing. So it's an old plate. It's very fragile. It's got one little nick in it, but other than that, it's kind of, the nick kind of goes up into a little bit of a crack, but you know, it's in good shape. And I'm going to get a plate holder and put that on a shelf and enjoy that. That is just so too cool. Really like that plate. Okay, now let's do some business. First, I have the True Confessions tag from my video number 41. If you're a FlossTuber and you haven't done that tag yet, consider doing that on your next video. I'd love to hear your answers to that tag. And if you do that tag, let me know, okay? But I've been taking a question a week, and I've been asking you all to answer the question. And we are on week 6 or 7, I think. Last week's question was, what is your worst habit? And if you answered the question, you went into a drawing for something. I've done this video twice, but you went into a drawing for these 3 little charts. There's Itty Bitty Forever Never by Twisted Threads, and then 2 heart and hand charts. One was We Hope, and the other one is the 2000 Collector's Heart. Now, Cecilia Turner is celebrating her 25th anniversary. And she's an old school stitcher. She's been around for almost as long as I've been stitching. And I got to meet Cecilia Turner. Y'all, the old school designers that have been around for a long time and are still relevant today, that was exciting. That was exciting meeting them. So I got to see Cecilia Turner, and she is an absolute joy. So very excited about that. But the winner of these 3 charts, there was a twist. The winner will choose 2 of these 3 for themselves. And the 3rd chart, the winner gets to choose somebody to send it to. So we were going to share the love a little bit. So the winner of last week's drawing is Carla Roberts. Carla said that her worst habit is she loves Dr. Pepper and she probably drinks a little bit too much of it. So Carla, if you will email me with your address, tell me which 2 you want, and then tell me where to send the 3rd chart. Okay, my email's below. So the winner is Carla Roberts for last week. So thank you to everybody for answering the question. Some of your worst habits I didn't think were too bad habits, but you know, we're hardest on ourselves, aren't we? So thank you for participating in that. And the new question for this week is, do you sleep with a stuffed animal? Do you sleep with a stuffed animal? I sleep with a body pillow, and that counts. So if you sleep with a body pillow or something that's other than your spouse, let me know. Answer the question. If you answer the question, you will have an opportunity to go into a drawing for this. This is a greeting card from Hands Across the Sea. This is Elizabeth Weston. And if you've been watching me, you know I am gaga over this sampler. Absolutely gaga over this sampler. So this is a blank inside card with the sampler on the front. And then, I'll show you right quick. On the back, there is a motif, this little motif right here, that has been put into a separate design, and it's a freebie. It's on the back of the card. So if you'd like to a chance to win this card, of course I will not write in it when I send it to you. It will arrive just like this. Answer the question, do you sleep with a stuffed animal? And I will draw a winner next week. So really cool. Brought that back from market. Okay, bingo. Let's play some bingo. There are very few words left. So somebody's got to be getting close. So let's see if we can get a winner this week. Oh, the first word is number 10, sweetheart. Number 10, sweetheart. The second word is number 1, candy. Number 1, candy. And the last one for this week is number 9, bouquet. That bouquet or bucket? Number 9, bouquet. Number 1, candy. And number 10, sweetheart. Okay, if you match all 15 of your words, send an email to tranquilstitchesbingo@gmail.com with bingo in the subject line to tranquilstitchesbingo@gmail.com. Virginia will compare your words against what's called, and if you're the first one with a good bingo, you'll win a $25 gift certificate to the Cottage Needle. So you can get some market stuff. So that's bingo for this week. Okay. Now, let's see what's next on the list. I have a finish. If you'll remember, my February 30-minute-a-day stitch was this Abbey Rose from Miss Gail, her very self. This is No Matter How Hard the Winter, Spring is Sure to Come by Abby Rose. And when last we spoke, I needed to do this pink flower and put my initials in there, and I did. I did finish this in February. So I met that goal. I love it. I love it. I changed the blues out a little bit in the flowers. And I used the right colors for the letters, but I changed the colors of some of the letters. So I really love that one. I love it. I also, for February, had the goal of finishing the Yellow Brick Road on Oz by RETM. And sad to say, I did not make that happen. I had the best intentions, but then market. So I had to finish that up in March, but I did finish it up. So I have the Yellow Brick Road all stitched and ready for Dorothy. So you can't see the sparkle, but I'm using the DMC 12 threads. I keep hoping that at some point the light will hit it just right and you can see the sparkle. But anyway, the Yellow Brick Road is done. I'm probably going to continue working on this one. I've not set my March goals yet. I haven't done that. So I still need to do that. But I'm going to continue to work on this. This will be a part somewhere in my March plans because I need to get Stephanie's chart back to her. So that's that. And I have a new start. My 30-minute stitch a day from the Facebook group, Cross Stitchers Journal and Daily 30 Sal. I was supposed to have started this March 1st. Didn't happen. So I've got some catching up to do on this one. But I chose for my March project this little House Needleworks chocolate shop. The old chocolate shop. I have had this in my stash forever, and it was just time. So I started it last night and video chatted with my BFF for a little while last night. So I got some progress done last night and this morning. I got the cake in the middle done with those pretty little strawberries. Look at those strawberries. So cool. So I figure today's the 7th. So I'm gonna work on this until I get caught up 30 minutes a day for 7 days. So I figure this is probably 3, maybe an hour and a half of stitching here. Maybe I'm gonna call it 2 hours of stitching. So I still have an hour and a half to go. So I'm going to catch up today, and then starting tomorrow morning, I will do the 30-minute a day on this one. It's my goal to have this one finished in March. So I can make that happen if I get caught up. So that's the plan for that. And next week when I visit with you, I'll tell you my firmed up March plans, but I just haven't gotten to do that yet. Okay, I had a trade with Jen of Quirks and Stitches, Jen Lee. She just finished the Jenny Bean's Halloween Sampler by Shakespeare's Peddler. And she and I did a little trade, and she sent me this. I'm not sure if that's Teresa's autograph or not, but that's what that looks like. I adore it. So I will be stitching that one. I love it. Okay, as you can imagine, I had a little retail therapy. A little bit, but to start with, I received my Crazy Annie's Country Christmas ornament from my auto ship from Crazy Annie's, and this is the March ornament I skate. Isn't that adorable? So I got that. It also came with the buttons, and then I opted to get the fabric with it too. So that's that. So I got that. Now, I got some stuff. I decided back last fall that I was stitching from stash in 2019. I also knew that I was going to go to market. So I left myself that caveat. I could stitch at, shop at market, but that was it. So that is it. I am done for the year for my stash enhancements, my retail therapy, as far as charts go, unless I find a hard to find chart that I've been looking for a part of my collection. I'm allowing myself that because I'm not going to pass up something if I find something. Of course, you know, but until market next year, I am done shopping. But I did good. I actually did. I was impressed with myself. Rochelle said she was pretty impressed with my my ability to control myself, because oh gosh, y'all, when you see models, it's nothing like, you know, seeing the just, well, you know, when you go to an LNS, you know, it's so much different when you see the models, you know, than just looking at a chart or looking at a picture online. So the models will get you. They will get you every time. So, okay. Oh, I didn't mention, speaking of Annie B's, she was the first person I saw when I walked in that hotel. She was the first person. She walked up to me and it was like, you know, I adore that lady. She is the sweetest lady. So I got to meet Annie B's. And Annie's going to Cindy's retreat in October, so I get to actually hang out with her. So I am so looking forward to that. Lorraine, Rags to Stitches, she's also going to Cindy's retreat, so I get to hang out with her too. And Kathy from Crafty Cat is going to Cindy's retreat, and I get to hang out with her too. And Victoria is going to Cindy. I mean, I'm excited. Cindy will be at Cindy's retreat, so I'm excited. That's exciting. But anyway, and I got to meet Ellen Chester. Ellen Chester from With My Needle. We're trying to talk her into doing FlossTube. She could do it. She could do it. Her husband was said he's been trying to encourage her. So, yeah. Ellen, you need to do a FlossTube. 10-minute videos. I don't care. We just want to visit with you. Loved meeting Ellen. So many people. So many people. Okay. What am I doing? Retail therapy. Okay. I've already shown you one of the cards, but I got some more of these cards. Now, these are the Hands Across the Sea samplers. I have the Uffendale Sisters. And like I said, each one of these cards comes with a motif from the sampler, worked into a little freebie design on it. So that makes them fabulous. I have Elizabeth Furnace. I have Anne Forfeit. I have, let's see, I think that first one was, this is Isabella Uffendale, and this is Anne Uffendale, her sisters. I have Hannah Coates. I have Harriet Hartland. Look at that. Isn't she pretty? And Elizabeth Harding. Elizabeth Weston. Which you all have heard me go on and on and on about Elizabeth. Elizabeth, oh my goodness. Okay, when I show you these things, I'm going to show you pictures of the models so that you can see the chart and then you can see the model. And I know it's not the same as seeing it in person. I understand that. But the models may let you see better than me holding up a chart. Okay, this is Elizabeth. I went back in that room 4 or 5 times, honestly. 4 or 5 times just to look at her. She is exquisite. Exquisite. Nicola recommended Wild Honey from Lakeside to stitch this on. I'm going to stitch her on Wild Honey. And I'm going to get the Alvera Soie silks. What I'm going to do, I'm planning on getting the silks a little at a time. I'm going to order 3 or 4 at a time. And my plan is to start her on January 1st. So if anybody wants to stitch her with me, I'm going to be starting January 1st. So I might arrange a stitch along to see if there's any interest. But she is just, she has knocked my socks off. You know, I fall in love with lots of cross stitch charts, but when I saw her, it was over. I love her. So I'm anxious to read. There's all kinds of history about Elizabeth in here. I'm anxious to read that. So that was my favorite purchase at Market right there. That's her. Now everything else is gravy because it's all fabulous, and it was so hard to choose. It was really hard to choose. But first I got this Happiness is Homemade. This is the Market cookbook. Lots of designers in here have contributed recipes and designs. This book is chock full of recipes and designs, little freebies. If you can get a hold of this book, get one. Get one. It's well worth it. It's wonderful. There are tons and tons of amazing recipes and tons of little charts and little snippets from the designers themselves. Little, there's even pictures of them. There are pictures of their parents, some included. Let me show you. It's just an example. Look here. This is Trinway Silks, just to give you an idea of some of the lovely stuff that's in here. Look there. It's a recipe card, an old recipe card that she had with her favorite recipe on it. Grandma's Excellent Divinity. And that's her grandmother's handwriting. Is that not, I mean, that's just an example of what's in here. Fabulous. Fabulous. Can't recommend it enough. Okay, I have Chessie and Me. This is Friends of the Mill sampler. Now, this sampler is adorable on the chart, but I don't know that I necessarily would have picked it up right away had I not seen the model. When I saw the model, it was like, I have to have it. Friends of the Mill. Rochelle fell in love with this one too. Let me show you what the model looks like. See? It's so much better. But this is wonderful. Now, I can't start any of these this year. That's the deal I made with myself. I can't start anything that I bought at Market because I'm stitching from stash. So I know these are a part of my stash, but they're not. They weren't in my stash on January 1st, so I'm not starting any of them. But I have them, and I can play with them, and I can pet them, and I can love them, and wonderful. Now, Lori at Lottie Da, I went to her room a couple times and visited with her. Oh, goodness. I can't say enough about how sweet that lady is. She is just wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. She had some absolutely gorgeous charts new this year, but the models that I looked at, this is the one I fell in love with, and this one was a release last year. But it's just, this is Love Abide. That tree, those little houses, love, in love. Let me show you what the model looks like of this one. gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, now, Scarlet House. I had met Tanya back in 2011 at the Myrtle Beach Pals Retreat. And so I was familiar with Tanya, and we got to reminisce about that retreat, and that was nice. So she knocked it out of the park this year, y'all. This lady knocked it completely, just not over the, I mean, it was gone miles down the road with chart after chart after chart. I went crazy, okay, with Tanya. This is, there's probably, yeah, you know, this one first. I have both, and I'll be stitching both, but this one first. They had the model stuffed with walnut shells, and they had a really good weight to them. But I can't even with this. This is too stinking cute. Now, I also got Berry Merry Christmas. Now, that's a good picture. But let me show you the model. Love it. This, Julia Fletcher, 1847. I can't tell you how cute this is. Well, cute's not really the word. Elegant and sophisticated and just beautiful. Let me show you some pictures. That roll, that it's just, had to have it. Had to have her. Okay, next I have Erica Michaels. Gosh. Okay, Erica Michaels is also old school designer that's very, very relevant today. She's in Clarksville, Tennessee, actually. And she is still very relevant in today's market. But this, let's see, Linda, these are copyright 2018. Okay, but I saw a preview of the other two in this series, and the models got me, because the pictures on these leaflets are not the best. I mean, they're still pretty, but those models, okay, the first one, this one is, let me show you this one first. This is Defining Winter. Now, see these words? It looks like it's stitched on fabric with words on it, but those are actually stitched. Those really faded words all the way around are actually stitched. So that's Defining Winter, and this is Defining Spring. Again, with the subtle letters in the background. Let me show you the model for this one. Now, I saw, like I said, I saw the other two. Yeah. I have to do all four of them. That's happening. It's definitely happening. And again, you know, I don't know that I would have bought these had I not seen that model. I mean, you know how it is when you go to an L&S. You know how it is, you know, when you see things in person. I may have already said that. I don't know, but look over me. Okay, All right, Beth Twist, Heartstring Samplery. She is another one that I got to hang out with for a few minutes and talk to. Sweetheart. She had 2 new festive little fobs, and if you saw in my video, she did a board and put all of her festive little fob series on that board. So the first one that was exclusive to the market, is Tea Time Edition. Absolutely adore. Look at the strawberry. I like this one with the teacups all around. Quick little stitches that are just adorable. Absolutely adorable. And her second festive little fobs for market was Barnyard Edition. So I got this one. That goat. Can you even with that goat? Honestly. Oh, the horse. That lady has more talent in her pinky. And she's beautiful too. She's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Paulette Stewart. Beautiful lady. Teresa Kogut. Absolutely beautiful inside and out. And Coffee Drinker's Confession, the Magical Elixir Series Part 5. I've got Coffee Quaker and Coffee Sampler in this one. So I'm missing 2 of the coffee series somewhere. But this one, I don't have a problem with coffee. I have a problem without coffee. Yeah. Okay, so Friday night was the first night in the hotel. Saturday morning I woke up, went to the coffee pot, looked at the pods there. 3 decaf, 2 hot chocolate, 3 tea. That's it. No coffee. No coffee. Okay. Okay, so my husband, God love him, went downstairs and got me a cup of coffee. Stood in line. Line was stretched from Nashville to Terre Haute. He got me a cup of coffee. David, the other half of the Cottage Needle, trooper, that man. He and Rochelle make a team that is, he goes to Walmart at some point. I think he said Walmart store at some point on Saturday. He comes back with this. He went and brought me coffee. This is 1850. It's black gold. It's a dark roast from Folgers. I had never tried this. This is phenomenal. This is so good. If you like dark roast, try this. It's really good. And he brought a whole box of this, and he's like, I don't know if he thought that if I didn't have coffee, it was going to get ugly. I don't know if maybe I gave him that kind of feeling. I don't know, but the man came through. He brought me coffee. So, yeah. Thank you, David. Come to the rescue. Okay, I got these Just Pens, and I don't remember which shop I got these in. That might have been Lady Dot. I'm not sure. But I love these. Okay, especially, this is Black Crow, and this is Red Crow. Or Black and a Red Crow. I have Redbird Sampler and the Blackbird Sampler. And who are those by? I'll find it and put it below. But I thought those would be perfect for those samplers. I'll put the black flower with the red one and the red one with the black. So that's kind of what I had in mind for those. I think they're adorable. Absolutely adorable. Stacy, here we go. Stacy Nash. She had so many awesome things that I saw this and I was like, that y'all, seriously. Can you even stand it? It's a needle minder. It's a big needle minder. But that is just, oh my gosh. I was like, yeah, that's... Okay, I got 2 pair of Italian scissors from the Chronics room. Love these. Love these. And, okay, let me show you this. Now, if you've watched my videos, you know I'm a huge fan of Karen Kluba. You know I love, love, love Rosewood Manor. I'm stitching currently Inspiration. And her stuff, she had on her walls stuff from years past, you know, models. She brought like models. Her entire room was covered in models. Now y'all think about that. Models, but Rosewood Manor models. That's like models, Rosewood Manor models. Karen is one of my absolute favorite designers. Loved her for years and years and years. And that was like, walking into that room was like trunk show times 17. Just taking it all in. And then she's standing right there. She's standing right there. But it was hard to choose which one I like best from this year's offerings, and I chose Greyfriars. The colors in this sampler and that font, that those letters, it's beyond words. Let me show you the model. Okay, I had heard rumors that Karen had a book coming. I had no clue what kind of book it was that she was going to have at market. She said that instead of doing an exclusive design for market, what she decided to do was Miles Outside the Park Again. Smacked it. This is the Rosewood Manor cookbook and cross stitch patterns book. 118 glorious pages in this book. She has put together, features over 300 lovely cross stitch designs for your stitching pleasure. This book is completely full of recipes and Rosewood Manor charts. Completely. You hear my stomach. Did y'all hear that? Do you literally hear that? Rude. Okay. Just an example. I created this book of my favorite recipes and added several of the small designs that I have given to shops as complimentary charts for holding a Rosewood Manor trunk show over the past several years. Thank you for your support. In celebration of my 20th anniversary as Rosewood Manor, I am honored to present this collection. Most of the recipes are fast and easy to make, so you can get back to stitching fast. The recipes that take longer to make are usually larger portions that can easily be frozen and used later, again allowing for more stitching time. My motto is be creative. I've added lots of ideas with the recipes and the small designs. Enjoy. Karen Kluba. Get this. Get this. If you like Rosewood Manor in any capacity, get this book. This is one of my absolute treasures from Market. Can you see? Can you see it? I'm almost crying here. I love this book. Okay, as if that's not enough. Let me show you this. I got to meet Jim from Gentle Arts. Gentle Arts is, well, Gast and Weeks, you know, I mean, yeah. This brought home all of my stuff. This brought home all of my stuff. This. My button's in the floor. Also have a heartstring sampler deck. Okay. Okay, I have, this is Carolina Cecil. A new color. I have Broom Tree, which I love this one. Green. I love greens, so I use those quite a bit. Oilcloth is another new color. And the last new color is Glacial Melt. I think they have grits too, but I think grits is not a new. It's been out before. But this is Glacial Melt. Isn't that pretty? I also got the Classic Colorworks new colors. No. There is Sticks and Twigs. It's like Hick Sticks. Trail Dust. And Campfire. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And I got All Matters of Gentle Arts. All Matters of Gentle Arts. So, okay. Primitive Hair. This is Wild Rose. Isla's a sweetheart and beautiful. Such a beautiful lady. Let me show you this fabric. Can you even, can you even, look at that. 40 count. Yep. Got to invest in magnifier. Strong one. So that's why I couldn't not. She also brought several old charts. The suites were set up. Everybody made that front room their little shop. In the back room were the beds. She had her beds completely full of older charts of hers. So I had seen this one. Somebody, I can't remember who it was, stitched this. And ever since I saw it, I've loved it. And when I saw it sitting there, like, yeah, this is Rebecca Nurse. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, pick that one up. Now, it was happening. Bells on Christmas Day. This was a chart exclusive to the attic for the past year. The year's over, so they've released it in this booklet. There are 5 designs in here, including the Bells on Christmas Day. There is Friendships Gathering. And even with that, there is Singing on Its Way. The Unbroken Song. Wild and Sweet. And Bells on Christmas Day, which you've seen. Also, Our Lasting Friendship. And I don't have very much memory left on my phone because it's loaded with pictures. So I'm having to piece this together. This is Our Lasting Friendship. This is My Heart to Hold memory box. This is Shepherd's Bush Pin Cushion. And Our Lasting Friendship. And then the last one is Ooh La La. This one, Samplers and Projects with a French Flair. And I'll show you what's in this one. Blackbird always, you know, just always. My Cherie Louise. Simple but so pretty. We have Mon Petit Exemplar. I don't speak French, so I'm probably making a fool out of myself, but I'm doing the best I can. Don't judge. Okay. That's a sewing box. Les Poulettes. Pretty. No idea. This isn't that beautiful? And they look like they're pretty much monochromatic so far. Well, except the we have a little bit French. Again, not sure. I love that one. That overstated N. Really pretty. A bit of spring. Her Fair Works, a sewing box. Gorgeous. Look at there. Look at that. The Budding Twigs. It's a pin roll. like a thin drum, looks like. The Last Rose of Summer. Look. Look. And Spring Green pincushion. This one too. Oh, goodness. Look at that. Look at those buds. Oh my gosh. So that is the 3 new books from Barb and Alma, Blackbird Designs. My hot little hands. Okay, I think that's everything. Appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. I know it's a long one, and I know it's pieced together, but like I said, I've took 7,432 pictures at market. That ate up a lot of my storage space on my phone. So I do not have a slideshow. My slideshow this week is my Nashville video. So thanks again for spending time with me, and thank you for joining me in my market experience. And things are back to normal now. I hope to have a video uploaded Monday or Tuesday, another FlossTube, show you my progress on what I'm stitching. So until then, happy stitching and take care of yourself.